It's 11 to 7. Let's find out whether or not this song is going to create a sensation as well. Like so many Central Victorians, he's an immigrant, but from not too far away. And, of course, once they arrive here, we claim them as our own. John Phillips has just released a new song called Put the Past Behind You. And he's also very unusual for a musician. He's quite an early morning person and joins us right now at 7 to 7. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Jonathan.
Put the Past Behind You. I'm sensing that somewhere in that song there's a bit of nostalgia going on.
There is. It's a lot of characters seen from a HQ Holden driving along, roadside characters over quite a long time, and so I stitched them all together into this patchwork quilt.
Excellent. What I would like people to do at some stage in the next day or two is go and visit a webpage called johnphillips.com.au, because I think that while the music is important, what I really enjoyed was a little journey through a bit of nostalgia and the sort of the band culture of the early 70s right through till, well, not that long ago.
Yes. Look, the way to start was to just muck in with your friends, join a band. And a chap called Ridnell, he was a drummer. I was about 15 at the time, so I was his drum roadie. And then I got into my first band through him with David Steele, and on it went to Goanna, and Rod came back into the very first lineup of Goanna. And then I went on and formed two of my own bands, Pipelines, and then Urban Principle, where I moved to being a front person singing and putting the guitar more to the back. That's sort of how it starts,
It did. Now, there's a little bit of nostalgia on that album as far as what you were playing. That was played with the first guitar you ever bought? That's
right. That was a 1969 Stratocaster. I was a great big fan of Jimi Hendrix and spent about 6 weeks at Ford Motor Company working a night shift as a 17-year-old to save up those monies.
I'm always curious, though, and I think that it's very funny from a song by, oh goodness, I've forgotten his name, Weddings, Parties, Anything.
Yes, Mick Thomas.
Mick Thomas, about Tommy Didn't Want You, about, a beautiful crafted guitar that Tommy Emmanuel rejected, but Mick ended up with. You start to form relationships with your instruments.
You do. They're an extension of your body. This is the thing, and I think as over the years, as you play them in, they just sort of get better. They know you, you know them.
Yep. And I suppose as you were developing johnphillips.com, I'm sorry, I should be talking to you about the music that you're making now, but this is just so interesting. Reflecting on the kinds of shoulders that you rubbed with as well, as a sort of energetic band, and the way that the music scene was. You've played alongside and supporting a huge range of national and international artists.
That's right. So in Geelong, it was a great channel. There was a place called the Eureka Hotel where a lot of those bigger acts like In Excess, Midnight Oil, the Angels would pass through. And as a local band there, you could go and do supports there. Ian Lovell, who was the manager of the Eureka Hotel, went on to manage the Goanna band. I was eventually in that band, and then after that I did a complete 180 degree and went into a punk sort of new wave band called Kicks, and here you were at the Crystal Ballroom playing with Nick Cave and those sorts of bands. So it's been a really interesting journey.
I bet it has. And so what are you doing as far as making music now? Because you've got day jobs and all those sorts of things as well now.
Well, the way I'm doing it now is I have a small studio at home. There is a lot of talent here in Central Victoria, so I've got a blues side project going with a chap called Patrick Byrne, and I'll continue to do one-off projects of my own and put them out via the web.
And it just goes to show the diversity of music we can get into, from punk and Australian 70s rock through to blues and country. It's a heck of a journey, isn't it?
It is.
All right, and I'm going to do the 21st century thing. If you'd like to find out more about John Phillips music with 2 L's, johnphillips.com.au, you can preview the songs from the past and the present, and it's great fun. Look, John, it's been lovely to meet you, and thanks so much for coming in so early.
Thanks, Jonathan. Cheers.
Old rockers never die. They just get up earlier. They just get up earlier in the morning. It's 2 to 7. We better find out what's been happening on the world's financial markets.